Welcome back to Education Matters. Did you correctly answer C, 26%? Even though the state is supposed to provide all funding for school operations, including school personnel, today local governments pay for 26% of school staff across the state. Now we're going to continue our discussion about school building needs, and I've got a couple of great guests, but I want to share with you some images. You saw what we talked about in Rockingham County, but these are some that some teachers shared with me. This is a mobile unit in Charlotte-Mecklenburg School that is ant infested. The teacher said they had to keep children's lunch boxes outside because of ant infestation. This is some asbestos work going on in a music room during the school year. This is another picture coming up. This shows some pretty bad termite and ant infestation. This is in a media center and classroom in Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools. And this last one is sort of a tale of two seasons. The thermostat on the left is from January the 2nd in Durham schools. That's 48 degrees inside the classroom. And then the second one is from May the 3rd in Alamance County, and it was 84 degrees inside the classroom. So these are just some of the conditions that our teachers and our students are having to deal with. So we're going to talk to a school superintendent, and we're going to talk to a representative from county commissions to get a little bit more insight. Aaron Fleming, you are the superintendent of Harnett County Schools. Welcome back to the show. You've been with us before. Appreciate you. And Mark Richardson. Mark is the current chair of the Education Steering Committee for the North Carolina Association of County Commissioners. You also serve on the County Commission in Rockingham, where we visited earlier. So thank you both for being here. All right, well, I want to talk to, Aaron, I want to talk to you first. You heard Superintendent Shotwell talk about the needs in Rockingham County. Give me the rundown for Harnett County. What is the current capital infrastructure needs there?
Our current infrastructure needs in Harnett County run about $240 million. That includes new construction and renovations. A lot of the construction and renovations that you heard from Superintendent Shotwell up in Rockingham County really mirrors a lot of what we need in Harnett County. If it's not new buildings, then it's certainly some renovations to our older structures.
Yeah, we're showing some images right now. These are some pictures you share with us about some of the conditions in the schools.
And a lot of those needs that you see in Harnett County are around security, controlled access, door locks, security cameras, and upgrades to those equipment if we already have them. So we're looking about $240 million in Harnett County.
Over five. Is that how you're looking at a 5-year window?
Over about a 5-year plan, right?
So, Commissioner Richardson, as you've got a good statewide look in your role with the Association of County Commissioners, what Superintendent Fleming is describing, this is going all over the state. Is this something that the county commissions themselves can handle, this kind of capital investment?
In general, no. Especially those Tier 1 and Tier 2 counties. There's just a deficit of available monies. There's not enough tax base. And I find that most commissioners are very sincere in their desire to help, and most citizens want the best that they can have. The realities are, without the tax base, you can't pay the price.
Right. Well, and that's what we were, like I said, when we were up in your county. I mean, that number, I think last year Rockingham County Schools requested $2.8 million. I mean, this is out of the big number. They're what, $126 million is what they're saying. Right now, the county is providing less than $1 million a year for infrastructure or capital outlays. But you're also kind of going back to our question at the break, putting in about $20 million for operating expenses.
Well, close to $20 million, and that's typical. As you know, by statute, the counties are supposed to pick up the tab for capital expenditure. And due to the fact, just flat being unable to, the state has had to pick up more and more of that through the years. Right. For our county, and I think for many of the Tier 1 and Tier 2 counties, we could probably handle the capital expenditure if we didn't have to cover the operational costs.
So it sounds like to me, I mean, you're saying if the state was sort of meeting its obligation to fully fund education the way it was designed, the way it's in our Constitution, you feel like that the counties could actually cover what they're supposed to?
Yeah, I'm going to hold short of saying that as a blanket. In our county, it would work, and I think in many counties that would work out very well. And I do know the legislature is looking into it very closely to see if we can at least simplify and give counties the opportunity to have a predictable funding system on which to base their decisions.
Right. Well, that's one of the things they're looking at in addition to the school finance reform, which is what Commissioner Richardson is talking about, I think, is also a school bond. The legislature it's being considered. Doesn't seem like it's actually got a lot of momentum right now. What do you think about the idea of a $2 billion school bond statewide?
Well, I think statewide it would definitely help. It would help in Harnett County as well. I think the interest rates on bonds are favorable right now to the taxpayers. But what that would allow us to do, and I'll give you an example, in Harnett County, the state bond would bring about $50 million matching dollars to Harnett County, which our commissioners would have to match dollar for dollar. We're a Tier 2 county. And what that would provide is not quite half of our needs. And while the security issue has been on a lot of people's mind, we also have a growth concern in Harnett County, where we are a fast-growing county. And so how do we also address the new residents and the new children that move into Harnett County as well? So it's a decaying infrastructure issue, it's a security issue, but also for Harnett County, it's a growth issue as well.
And it doesn't sound like to me you can't, I'm going to put words in your mouth, Harnett County alone can't cover this, the kind of cost you're talking about without some kind of infusion, whether the bond or additional allocation.
That's right. Harnett County is a true bedroom community. Our residents go into Wake County, into Cumberland, Lee, Johnston County every day to work. So Harnett County doesn't have the sales tax base. They don't have necessarily even the property tax base to support the new construction and renovations that we need.
We're almost out of time, but just a last word from you, Commissioner Richardson. You say you're, as far as the bond, you think it would help?
Well, I'm sure it would help. I'm not sure it's the best way, but I think there's a realization, certainly at the county level, of the necessity to
and
have
like you
some
said,
funding.
You and I were talking before we started, the legislature definitely understands the needs, right?
I think they do.
Right.
And if they've got a better way to do it, I think that's great.
All right. Well, I appreciate both of you. Your insights have been very helpful. We're going to continue watching this as the budget process unfolds. Thanks so much. After the break, this week's Leadership Spotlight.